G'day guys, welcome back to another video. Yes, 2 uploads in the one day. I'm actually isolated at the moment, hence why I've got so much free time. What I decided to do was something a little bit different. Full credit to George, did this a few years ago, a send me your team sort of review. I'm only doing this one because it's one of my good mates, Lockie's, and he sent it through to me and I'm going to review it and I'll leave it to the comments to sort of criticise it. So yeah, it should be fun and a little bit interesting. So this side here, to me, looks like the sort of team that could go really well, but with that much risk. I mean, there's so many things that could possibly go wrong, but well, this is a bloke who's made top 200 before, so he knows what he's doing. But yeah, this is a risky sort of team, but if it pays off, it could be anything. So yeah, we'll have a look at it anyway. Lloyd, same as me. Tommy Stewart, that's usually pretty safe. Had a little bit of injury niggle stuff going on with him, but nonetheless, pretty trusty, reliable. Lockie Whitfield, I've thought about this one so many times because, yeah, the risk is high here, but got DPP. And look at that price, 502k. I mean, for what he can do, that's pretty critical. So, yeah, I don't mind Lockie Whitfield. That's a solid selection. James Sicily, that's an interesting one. One I haven't really thought about that much. I think we thought we were going to get him a little bit cheaper, but and also that role. Is he going to have that role in defence now? We've got Hardwick and Day, and not really sure what the layout is there. Who's that new bloke that made his debut last year? Was it Denver Granger Barras or something like that? So I think, who knows if he gets that intercept roll back, but nonetheless, pretty unders for what Sicily can do. Lukosius, not too bad. I don't really know a whole lot about him at the moment. Picked him back in 2020, I think. Or was it last year? I can't remember. But yeah, meters gain type player. Could work. Wanganeen Miller, that's an interesting one. I think he's got a roll down defence, so might get a few cheap kicks. I have to do a rookie profile on him and do more research. DeConning, Gould, I think they're just placeholders, so I won't worry too much about them. Midfield, we got McRae, Steele, Oliver, Neil, Berry, exactly the same as me, but I've got Took in there as well, the trademark. I don't think you can't not have him, I don't reckon, but that's just me. I'm all over him, and so is DR. Rookies, this is one that I really am interested in. Charlie Constable, I don't know if you guys have been watching. I'll mention him again, George. He's been doing club reviews, and he did one on Gold Coast a few days back and discussed Charlie Constable, saying that, well, Nightmare pegged him as a sort of, well, seagull in defence, some sort of half back, and it looks like Gold Coast might be playing him there. So one to watch, not in my side at the moment, but might very well be in my side after the Amy series. So yeah, I don't mind Constable, and another player that I'm going to have to do a rookie review on. So looking forward to seeing him back in action. Hopefully gets his opportunity. Horn Francis and Dacos, pretty self-explanatory. I don't need to go into those. And then I guess he's just got some placeholders on the bench. I don't know a whole lot about the other two. I know Johnson, he's going to be a good selection, I would think. Absolute steal. And the rucks, here's where it gets interesting, and here's where he saved a whole lot of coins. So Sean Darcy, he's going to be an unreal one. I got some risk with his injuries. He's saying his knee, but no reports so far, so it seems to be going pretty well. I think everyone's got him. And here we got Braden Bruce, far out. I'm not this ambitious, but look what a 204k R2 can do. I mean, when you're rolling with Sicily at D4, and then you've still got 4 midfielders over 600k, and potentially 4 keepers in the forward line, it can do a whole lot for you. And if Bruce gets on the park and starts playing and averages 70 to 80, this is a huge win, and this side could be pretty dangerous, I reckon. But I think we should assess the elephant in the room, and while Bruce is pretty bloody injury prone, and I wouldn't be surprised if he does hurt himself. And I think Briggs is in the mix. I'm not sure. I think don't know what they're doing with him. Maybe he's playing forward. I haven't really been watching the GWS Giants a whole lot. But I think the Bruce pick can work. But the problem with it, I think, is, well, if he if he does get injured, where do you go from there? 204K. I think that's why he's picked Luke Jackson. He can flip him. He can flip him in the rucks, which I don't mind. That's very tactical. We can see that. Well, he's a sort of mid-pricer, maybe a keeper, because it's a weak forward line this year. I think you can take risks, and I actually really don't mind this because he's got a backup. So if Bruce gets injured, you can flip Jackson, and he's a massive D supporter, keep in mind. So he's got a much better read on it than I do, and he reckons he's going to be one of the best ruckmen for the next 6 years. But Maxi Gawn's still in the mix, which does worry me a fair bit. So, yeah, interesting structure, but I really do think this can work. I'm not game enough to do anything like it, but it is very interesting to see something different. I never thought I would be reviewing a team like this. So I'll have a look in the forward line. Taranto, you're paying up for a premium there, but having Taranto in the forward line's okay. I'm not interested. I'm going to have Dunkley there. I'll change that. I'd go Dunkley instead of Taranto, but that's just me. Zachy Butters, love it. Got him in my side. Lukey Jackson, the man I just discussed. So, yeah, I don't mind that at F3. And then Cornelio is a potential keeper as well. A massive defensive pick because I think 60% of the comp will have him. Will Brodie, you can't see his price there because I've had to crop it out. I couldn't get under it, if that makes sense. But I'm pretty sure he's sort of low 200Ks or something. I don't know a whole lot about it. That's why I haven't picked it. Not really sure, so I don't have a massive take on that one, but I think it can work. And Elijah Hollins and some rookies, so they'll be all right. You got Jai Sarong as well. He can be a good loophole. DR's broken that one down very well, the new loophole strat, but I'll leave you guys to go watch that one yourself. So, yeah, to cap it off, I really don't mind this team. It's different, it's unique, and I love it. I reckon it could really do some damage, but it doesn't come without its risks. I think having Whitfield, Sicily, maybe even Berry, definitely Darcy and Bruce, and then even, Butters and Cornelio. I mean, that's a lot of injury proneness in the one side. So, yeah, this team is definitely a high-risk, high-reward type team. But if it does pay off and all these players somehow manage to stay on the park, I would expect this team to be, probably a top 500 side at least because, yeah, there's a lot of potential here. I'd probably just do a little bit more research into the rookies on the bench in particular. I mean, DeConnie, I don't think is a high scorer. Gould has been in the system for 3 years now and haven't heard any reports of him whatsoever. But other than that, it's pretty good. And one last thing I would change is probably Hayes instead of Common because I think he's going to play pretty early. But, yeah, other than that, Lockie, really good team. And, looking forward to seeing some future changes from yourself. But, I'll leave it at there. Very different upload from me today. This is I've been doing some rookie review content. So, really been ripping into that one. But, something a little bit different, as I just said. But, I'll leave it at there, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the team review here. And we'll see you guys in the next video.